Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tim Aslan here with another crypto update. I hope you all have been well and you're getting ready for Christmas. It's been a great year so far, and let's continue that momentum into 2026. So, yeah, I just wanted to come make an update. Um, Obviously, we've been going sideways, so I want to talk about that and what I think is coming next, especially to end the year. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first things first is we're in this range right here, and the two key areas of interest are this yearly open and this monthly open right here. So you can see that every time we're trying to test this yearly open, we're getting just shot down. And I posted a pretty cool tweet that, you know, whenever we deviate hard under significant level like the yearly or monthly open, there's always an opportunity for an easy short setup. And what I mean by easy is that there's a pretty simple invalidation. For example, when we came up into this area, you could have entered right on that yearly open, and then you want to have a little bit of room on your stop loss, um, because as you can see, it can wick up above it, but the invalidation is that we don't flip above that area, and then you can target like a 3R or a 4R. um, but as soon as the move comes down, you can move your stop to entry at that yearly open, and then it's a risk-free trade. After that, you can take some profit. And you can see that time and time again that happened. So you had the potential to get, 5 or 6 trades out of that one singular level. And then the same thing here, once we flipped below the monthly open. So you can see I wouldn't probably enter here. I would wait till that significant push down. And then this retest, I actually shorted this in the Telegram group right there, and really nice trade, the dump down. So now we're in a similar situation going into this next week here. As you can see on the weekend, there's zero volume, but I do expect maybe on Sunday we might get a spike into the monthly open again. And obviously, there's some liquidity here and in this region right here. So you could look for a short in that area um, to start the weekend. Also, there's two liquidity areas right here. So it wouldn't surprise me to just come up, maybe take it, and then head down to start the week. But again, even if you're taking this trade, you put a stop around here, you look for something like that, boom, like that. If you get stopped out on this, it's totally fine, but you can have that really easy invalidation where you can have a tight stop loss and get some nice profit by targeting this low. I mean, that's a 4R trade right here, right? So I would look for something like that to start the week. Um, it is worth noting that I do like how we took all this liquidity down at the bottom and then came back up. But there hasn't really been any follow through yet. I guess because it's the weekend. So yeah, I would just be patient over the weekend, no trades, and then if Sunday, once CME opens, or maybe this happens into New York Open, you can look for that short trade. But here's the thing: if we flip above it like this, you can actually look for a long trade on the retest and target the yearly open, right? So you could have a trade like this and target that. That's a 2.5R. Um, then similarly, you can come up here to the yearly open and see this liquidity point right here, and also these two right here. Maybe we just sweep that real quick and dump down. So you can try another short if we come up this high. This one needs like a little bit looser of a stop loss just because of these two liquidity wicks here. Um, but yeah, you can have something like that. Target the monthly open for TP1 and then target these two leftover liquidity wick lows down here. See these two down here? So that's another trade setup that I want to give you guys. And I hope you understand these ideas and how we're kind of like formulating these ideas just off these two key levels right here. One thing I haven't looked at yet that I want to is let's look at the volume in this range. Okay, see, now this is actually pretty interesting for two reasons. Number one is you can see on this left side here, the two highest volume areas are right around this monthly open. So this is the point of control. It's the highest volume area in this range, and it's just barely slightly higher than this peak right here. So this peak right here literally matches perfectly with that monthly open. And you can see that's really why this trade worked out in this area, because we had tons of selling volume mixed with the monthly open, which is a strong level. And then that dumped us down. So, yeah, if you do end up trying to take a short in this area, definitely have the stop a bit above that point of control up here, because this is a pretty strong area, and you can see how much volume was traded in this area, right? So this is a big supply zone that I think we can reject from. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to share this with you because there's only a few days left of this end of year promotion from BitUnex. Basically, how it works is if you deposit 2,000 USDT and trade 200K of volume, which is really easy to hit because it's leveraged volume. It's not just like you need to actually have 200K and trade. It's like if you have like, I don't know, $500 or 1K and you do 10x leverage, that equals $10,000 of volume. So if you're taking multiple trades per day or per week, super easy to hit. You get an additional 400 USDT bonus. And so it's broken out like this. So for every 100K, you get another 10 USDT. It goes all the way up. So if you're a whale, you're trading 5 million USDT of volume, you get an additional 300 USDT plus an additional 200. The total is 500. So take advantage of this by the 31st of December. BitUnex is a great exchange. They don't allow or they don't require KYC. You don't need to use a VPN. So super favorable conditions for us here. Yeah, so make sure to take a look at that. Let's get back to the video. And then the second area that's super interesting is if we do get above this volume area, number one, that would make the like the retest long, that would make that long that much stronger because now this volume will turn into support instead of demand, or instead of supply. And so that long, you just have some more confidence going into it for that reason. The second thing that I noticed is this value area high, which is the upper band of the volume in this range, pretty much almost perfectly matches the yearly open as well. So that gives me a little bit more confidence in trying a short from that zone. So two nice little confluences there. One more thing I was looking at, that if we lose or if we head back above all these areas, is from this swing high, we can pull some fibs and get a golden pocket right here. Now I don't love it because there's not a ton of confluence, but it would take out these highs here, and you could look for a short at that level. But it's hard to say that if we hit these areas, we would break the lows. I'm not sure if that's the case. I think that's too early to tell. But I guess one piece of confluence at this area, if you look back, and this is why it's always so important to look back at the chart, is look how many times we've tested this area. This is a super strong area, and it matches that golden pocket pretty well. So that's just one more short you can try right here. You can take your first take profit at that yearly open, move your stop loss to entry, and then see if we do put in another low here. So that's how I would structure this. I think that's the fourth trade idea I've given you guys. So as a trader, it's kind of like chess. You always want to think ahead a few moves. Um, that way you're not panicking. Like the other day, this huge candle came in on Bitcoin, and my first impulse, and I'm sure this is the case with you guys as well, my first impulse was like, oh my God, big candle. Maybe this is the big move, like buy, buy, buy. But then I remembered, no, like this is a strong volume. We're squeezing shorts into the monthly open. I already had pre-planned this trade, and so I had a lot of discipline and confidence, and I just simply entered and waited, and then within like 20 minutes it reversed back down. It was a super fast trade. So same thing here. If for some reason we just get a massive dildo up into this area, we know this is a supply zone. We know this is the golden pocket. Um, like we should be prepared for that, and we can try a short there. And if it doesn't play out, we lose 1R. But if it does, it means that a lot of people got stopped out on their shorts into this zone. We were able to fill our short with their liquidity, and then it'll probably be a pretty quick move down. So that's just how you got to think ahead as a trader. So yeah, that's another opportunity. And last thing I want to leave you guys on the Bitcoin chart is I posted this on Twitter, but structurally, I think this looks really nice if we were able to come to this 69,000 2021 all-time high. Whether we get that move up first, like up here and then down and then up again, or if we just go down right away, I'm not sure. Historically, I think in January and February, Bitcoin kind of doesn't perform that well. So maybe in the start of the year we get that dump and then we continue up. So yeah, check that out. This is obviously a macro idea that we'll be tracking, but I do think it just looks pretty nice. It's almost kind of like a staircase type of pattern um, that could be the local bottom for a while. Um, yeah, so I'll leave you guys with that. One thing I wanted to mention as well is I'll leave a link below, but if any of you guys are red on altcoins, or maybe not red, maybe you made profit this year, I have a really good crypto CPA that I work with, and he only touches crypto. So you can keep your traditional CPA, and he's been helping me a lot with gains and with tax loss harvesting. So if you have some bags that are down a lot, you can sell them, rebuy them, and then you'll get a capital loss from that you can use against gains from this year, or you can carry that forward for the next 2 years, I believe. So he's a really good guy based out in San Diego, and he can save you a ton of money. So I'll leave a link below to that. And obviously, check out BitUnex for the best trading experience. But anyways, like, subscribe, share the video, and make sure to join my free Telegram if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next video.